care if you're a Hawkeye or a Cyclone. I know they're kind of divided up in that state, but we are glad to have all of them here in Wheatland, Missouri. 15 times around for their feature and main event. They've had 5 rainouts on the season. It started all the way back on April 7th at Tipton. Run at Davenport, Hawkeye Downs, Cedar County Fair, Benton County Fair, Lee County. And Bart Miller has been one of the hot shoes on the season. 4 wins on the year for Bart Miller. Doug Yates has grabbed a couple of victories as well. Last driver to win was Jake Hayes. Actually, that was back on July 26th. There have been a couple of winners since then. But we will go through our entire starting grid. And Davenport, Iowa is where Matt Icehurst is from. He will be on the pole in the number 51. Foley Contracting, Hurst Plumbing, and Midwest Chassis sponsors on the 51. On his outside, it is the 11 of Jake the Snake Hayes. He won back on July, his only win of the season in that 57 Packard Clipper. He will start outside row number 1. Robin Atkins, the wild man from Clarence, Iowa, the 67 Ford Fairlane to his inside of turn number 2, and on the outside is Daniel Waters, H2O, Cus Tipton, Iowa home in the number 31. Travis Ayer from Anamosa, Iowa in the number 68, and on his outside it's Doak Allen, Smokin' Doak from West Burlington, Iowa in the 73 Chevy Nova will start in 6th. Tracy Quigley and Owen Hayes will be back in row number 4. Tracy calls Waterloo, Iowa home in the 22Q, and Owen Hayes in the number 29. He is out of Monmouth, Iowa in the 62 Ford Thunderbird. Pawpaw will start back in 8th.
Row number 5, it's going to be Ron Cook. Cook from Clinton, Iowa, the 17. Bart Miller, that Clarence, Iowa, in the 501.
Brian Gotti, the 3-time grandfather, has 3 grandchildren. They are the pride and joy of his life. He will start back inside of row number 6. Scott Teed to his outside.
Bruce Yorger, the DeWitt, Iowa 42, and Dominic McNabb, Clarence, Iowa in the 2 car.
Lisa Miller, John Fish, and Dave Billenberg rounding out the field of 17 strong, and we are underway. You could feel the horsepower. You could hear the rumble from the American Iron Racing Series.
It is incredible. It is the 51 out front, Matthew Hurst, Davenport, Iowa, as he comes around, but here comes right behind him. He's going to take lap 1, the 11 car in that 2nd spot that belongs to Jake Hayes. And inside, it is a 16 in that 3rd spot. That is Robin Atkins from Clarence, Iowa.
Well, you had a feeling that Atkins was going to be strong in the feature the way that his heat race ran. He needs to batten down the hood a little bit. It's starting to flap in that number 16. The 68 will look to the inside of him. Power move thrown on by Travis Flying Higher. The 75 Ford Maverick unable to make the pass. He's going to fight off of turn number 4 and try to do it down the front stretch.
As they roll through, it is still out front, the 51 of Hurst. But the battle is for 2nd. That is the 11 of Jake Hayes. And the 16 in that 3rd spot, that belongs to Robin Atkins. Atkins now a challenger coming on. That's a 68 car. As he started in 5th, that is Travis Hire.
Matthew Hurst still leads by 1.3 seconds, equates into about 8 car lengths. As Travis Hire to the inside, the battle wages on for 3rd. Has been unable to clear Robin Atkins so far. Atkins runs that high line in that sharp yellow-looking number 16. That's a 67 Ford Fairlane 500. A 3-time winner last year. Won at Benton County, won at Cedar County. And how do you say that M word again? Yeah, easy. McQuetta? No, I don't think that's right either.
It's McQuackle.
Okay.
I don't get to see that one very often. It's over on the East Coast up north.
On the east coast of Iowa? Okay. I didn't know there was a lake out there.
Oh, yeah. It's on the Mississippi River side.
Okay, yeah. The river's going to be a coastline. Okay.
It is still Hurst, Matthew Hurst, Davenport, Iowa, who's also on the east side.
Oh, in trouble for Robin Atkins. Up the track he goes. He has now lost a couple of spots, and his car has gone away. 2 cars now work to the inside of him. So he continues to drop anchor. He was running top 5 for the longest time, and he's going to be dead last. Before you know it, he may get lapped if he doesn't get off the track in time. Flat tire on the 16 of Wildman.
Still the 51 of Hurst on the move as they come around. He's got traffic. That is the A1 from Wisconsin. That is Fish.
And the Dominator goes up in smoke on the top side of turn number 1 and 2.
Wow.
Yellow lights come out. So tough break for Dominic McNabb from Clarence, Iowa, the 65 for Fairlane, a winner at Adams County back in May. And he had some issues with this engine. Last time out, which was just a couple of weeks ago, he ended up passing 13 cars before he went in, tuned up the engine because the engine had a lot of laps on it. He rebuilt that motor for this weekend, and something may have come loose underneath the hood. So a tough break for Dominic McNabb.
And that 51 car of Hirsch incredibly fast as they come around. Davenport, Iowa is where he calls home. 68 in that second spot. That belongs to Travis Heyer from Anamosa.
So Robin Atkins and Dominic McNabb both out, going out on the same lap. It had been all Matthew Hurst so far, built up a 1.87 second advantage over Travis Heyer. Heyer sponsored by Rogers Concrete Construction. Gotti Race Engines, so it means it's a Ford. Cap Auto and Industrial Painting. Other sponsors, then you got Matt Hurst. Foley Contracting, Hurst Plumbing, and Midwest Chassis. 2-year driver. He started racing just 2 years ago. Has 1 top 5 this season and 3 top 10s.
Yeah, great racing so far on this Ayers series.
Have everybody where they need to go. Delaware double file restart puts Travis Heyer to the outside. He elects to go top shelf. Jake Hayes to the inside. Hayes in the 57 Packard. A winner at that M track you mentioned back in July. Biggest highlight for him was winning back-to-back races at the Jackson County Fair. He started racing back in 04. He will drop back to 3rd on this restart. See if Travis Heyer now will have anything for Matthew Hurst after they bunched him back up after the caution.
It is Hurst. Here comes the 68, though, on the move, pushing through. That is Travis Heyer. Heyer, the Anamosa, Iowa native, now looks to put on and take over that spot. We get ready to head down to victory lane.
Only 5 laps remain. That completed lap number 10. 5 to go for Matthew Hurst. He has led all 10 laps so far. 2-car breakaway is Travis Heyer. The other car in that battle, he's not going to give up. He's going to hang right there with Matthew Hurst. Top 2 cars have a 2.5 advantage over H2O, sitting back in 3rd. That's Daniel Waters in the number 31. Right in the middle of the track is where those 2 cars like to run, but everybody fans out back behind them. Car lowest on the tracks, the 80 of Scott Tide. He's on the back of that caboose, the 501 and Fast Bart Miller. He's a 5-time winner this year. And now The race is on with 2 to go. Travis Heyer saw those 2 sticks come out, meaning there's only 2 laps left, and he decided he didn't have any more time to waste at all. White flag will come out. Travis Heyer may have spent his last bullet on that last lap trying to get to the inside of Matthew Hurst. He'll try one more time off of 2. A good run for Travis Heyer. Has the run through the turns, and now Matthew Hurst. Can he hang on off of 4? Gets the bite off the cushion. And Matthew Hurst, the first time the American Iron Racing Series comes to Lucas Oil Speedway, he leads every single one of the 15 laps. And Matthew Hurst claims his first victory of the year.